Hello, and I just want to record my thoughts on the Division 2, well, essentially demo slash open beta that went on this past weekend from March 1st to 3rd, 2019. Good news, if you enjoyed the first division, this is more of the same, only better. It's got good graphics. It will have good storytelling, decent storytelling. It will have what amounts to probably almost a 20 to 40 hour campaign, depending on how you play. Maybe as short as 10, maybe as long as 40. Single player campaign. Multiplayer is still in here. They have the dark zones, what have you. They have can we take a look at skills? They have new skills. Excuse me. The way they divide it up is, so these are skill platforms. So your basics, and then you can specialize. So we have the assault turret, the incinerator turret, the sniper turret. Chem launchers, drones. I don't know what the pulse does. I don't know what the shield does. Seeker mines I can pick in the demo. Don't know what the Firefly does, and I don't know what the Hive does. Okay, and to give you an idea, the drone can be repair, fixes, replenish device, armor, or bomb, or deflect incoming bullets, or striker attacks. So that's cool. Once you hit level 30, you get one. I guess there's 3 or 4 ultimates you can unlock. I'm guessing they're on the V key or X key. They usually are. Still, you can only bring 2 potential usable skills in. However, what is new is, as you can see, you can mod the skills. Battery slots, health slot, feed slot, effects slot. Maybe the effects might be, what's the word I want? Cosmetic, right? But, you can mod the skill. Agitator pneumatics, hulls battery feed, firing housing targeting, we don't know. Seeker mind, we don't know. That sort of thing. So now the skills themselves could be modded. Gear can be modded, and of course, weapons can be modded. In addition, if you notice, not on the weapons, but on the armor. So this is, here we go, an Araldi brand of backpack. So if I get 3 items on the Araldi brand, first one adds accuracy, then headshot, then damage. With this guy, this is the AR Providence Defense brand. They add skill power, health, and weapon damage. So not only do you have mods for skills, so you've got the skills to customize your playstyle. You've got mods for skills and weapons. You've got mods for equipment and weapons and skills. But you can do brand names. Crafting is still in. They've got the contaminated zones. More importantly, they still have safe houses, as you can see, right? But now they've made the world even more alive. So to give you an idea, someone's talking to me. I'm going to ignore him for a minute. If I zoom in, so safe houses now, the only thing, they're literally just safe houses. They allow you to switch out equipment, restock, and get quests for the area. And instead, it looks like what they've done is within, we'll say, these 3 blocks, there is a settlement. And you help, not only do you help your main base grow now, you help the settlement grow. And the better the settlement gets, the more quests it unlocks. That allows you to upgrade by upgrading the settlements in the area. That will in turn upgrade, apparently the White House is where your main base is this time. More importantly, they sound out patrols. So now, you're not running around by yourself for most of the game. You see patrols of friendlies who will come under attack. I've run into the hyenas, and do they tell you who's in control? If I use small control point hyenas. Oh, it doesn't say. I think it's. I've run into the hyenas and the Lost Sons. We'll say SONS, and they'll fight each other. So you can get into three-way fights where it's your patrol group versus a group of hyenas, which is just a gang, versus a group of Lost Sons, and they're all just fighting each other. So it can get hectic. In addition, agents, this is essentially all single player. So the way they do it is, if I get into trouble, I can send out I don't think I can do it from here, but once I'm out of a safe area on the map, I can send out a group call, and then that just sends out to every agent on this particular server, hey, this agent needs help. So you've got quick joining in and out of single player sort of thing. So there is multiplayer, and it feels alive. That is the big thing. In addition, there's control points. So you've got to, as you can see, I haven't taken this one. The hyenas controlled it. So that makes this area more dangerous because they'll be sending out patrols. And I think the way it works, I haven't seen this in the demo, but I think the way it works is, so for the control points, you take them. They unlock stash areas that will give you supplies and that sort of thing on every, we'll say, hour. Well, maybe not that much. Every 2 to 3 hours they restock sort of thing. But again, they send out patrols. But the important thing is they require resources. Either water you find, food you find, or scrap. And you have to supply them with those scraps. And eventually they run out. And I think if they hit 0, what happens is, like, this is in hyena territory, the hyenas have a chance to take it back. Sort of thing. So, oh look, we found a resource node. That's new. I was wondering about that. I know there's a water resource node in here somewhere or something like that. I think there's one up here, that sort of thing. So you get the resource nodes. All right, so that's where you get food. Collect the food. They've got it. It's in the control. So you know where to get food to supply your control points. So there's this whole give and take dynamic that they've added to the game, which I'm enjoying. You can still replay story missions. They've got side missions and main missions. They'll have dungeons, and they're adding 8-player raids at some point. The graphics are still good. Just like the first game. They're on par, as far as I can tell. If you enjoyed the first one, I would prefer this over Destiny, easily. The combat feels very good, very fluid. Again, I am playing on normal. And I'm guessing if I play on hard, you're going to run into that issue where bad guys just feel spongy. I honestly couldn't... here we go. There's a backup request. So if I hit M... Oh, maybe not here. But if I were out here, and I got the backup request, if I held M down, I would get a list of agents requesting backup. And I could go, alright, I'll help that agent. And I go into their instance. And it's happening fairly constantly. So I've helped out, I've done the demo for about, I'll say, let's see, 4 hours yesterday, 10 to, we'll say 10 hours. And I've helped, probably about 10 agents total. I've hopped in and helped and that sort of thing. You do have to be careful. I do find agents who request backup and then expect you to do the work. Luckily, if you run into agents like that, you can just run out of the instance, leave the group, hop back into your instance, and be fine. So it's not a big deal, but it is something you want to look out for. They have, as you can see, there's random events going on, unknown activity. I've seen public executions, I've seen propaganda, I've seen hold points, I've seen escort missions. I've seen those, a lot of things. If you get down to the nitty gritty to the basics, it's a lot of busy work, but it's done in an interesting and compelling way. You could sit here and do a roleplay server very easily. I do wish you could fit more than one person in this section. I would love to see actually 5 or 6 other agents running around, that sort of thing, and you run into... Oh, look, it even tells you they need food. They need water. They need water and supply. Excuse me. Supplies. That sort of thing. And like I said, if they get down to 0, it gives a chance for the bad guys to come back in and retake those points, making these areas more dangerous. Max level is still 30. I think that was in the original. I'd have to go back and check. But I'm not gonna lie, it's a good game. Compared to Anthem, I would say if you have to choose one, and I hate to say this because I like Anthem, this might be the better one to try. Simply because the world feels more alive. And this feels like a game from a group of developers, which it is. Let me finish. Excuse me. That it is their second time making an MMO open world looter shooter, essentially. Where the world feels alive. They've made good changes. They've made good improvements. That sort of thing. The UI is absolutely gorgeous. It's easy to navigate. It's very easy to tell where you are, what you're doing, what you need to do. That sort of thing. The problem with Anthem is, I would say it has close to as much customization. The difference being this, like, if we go to skills real quick, character skills, like, this is it. This is all you're gonna get. You can mod the skills, which is nice, but these are your skills. Whereas in Anthem, I'm fighting all sorts of skills for different things. So it seems like there's potentially more total skills, but you can't really mod the skills. But just like as in this game, the skills come with mods. Alright? The difference is in Anthem, it's randomized, you can't control this. In this game, not only do you get, at least for items, like as you can see, items give, where is it? Not green items. Well, maybe. That's from mods. If I go to purple items, so this purple item gives a 7.5 crit chance and more skill duration. So that's purple. Blue gives, this one's got crit chance and armor, so, you know, there's a bit more customization in here. That's the thing. I'm just not sure how in-depth you can get. So that's going to play out long-term. The biggest hits to Anthem right now, as far as I can tell, is it feels so alone. Even though it's an MMO, you always feel like, even running groups, alright, it's a group of 4, boom, you're done. In this game, because there are constant patrols, well, that's interesting. It adds more health but reduces armor. From the plus 8% health. Oh, that's cool. You kind of feel alone a lot, and that sucks. Whereas in this game, yeah, I know I'm alone, but I don't feel alone because there's always something happening. There is firefights. I'm running into groups of NPCs. I'm either fighting with me or against me or fighting each other or that sort of thing. It feels alive. And like I said, Anthem feels like it's a first try. This is a second try. And, you know, by all means, give both a shot. If you're gonna spend $60 on one of the two games, I would pick this one. If you're gonna wait for them to go on sale, give each one a shot. That's really it comes all down to. I am not a fan of the setting. I don't like near future settings. I prefer far future or far past because that's a knock against this game. All you're ever gonna face is humans. They might have cool gadgets. They might have sort of robots like turrets, remote control RC vehicles, little RC drones, that sort of thing. But all you're gonna fight is humans. Whereas in Anthem, they can add mutants and aliens and that's getting annoying. You know, mutants and aliens and that sort of thing, so they can add stuff very easily. Just go nuts. And this you really can't. That's all you'll ever face is humans. You know, if you've got the time, feel free to play both games. But this is a very good game. So pros, well done, put together, gorgeous UI. You know, decent, good story, lots of playtime, either single player or multiplayer. It's there. It's a good game. I personally feel it's better than Destiny 2. Is it better than Anthem right now at launch? Yes. Will it stay that way? I don't know. Cons. Not a lot of enemy types. You know, I don't know. They haven't said anything about the DLC at this point. What the plan is for that. Is it going to cost money? That sort of thing. Anthem, DLC for the next 2 years is free, unless it's cosmetic. So that means all the story stuff, everything. And this, I don't know. You may have to pay for it. That is something to keep in mind. And the optimization is rough. I am playing on everything set to low. I've locked the frame rate to 60. In-game, to the window, everything. And occasionally, it will dip. You know, and I admit I have at best a medium-grade computer, whatever that is worth. And it will still dip down to 15 or 20 frames per second if things get really hectic. So it does still need to be optimized quite a bit. But, you know, if you like the first one, pick this one up. You can't go wrong. If you were meh on the first one, wait. Pick this up on sale and give it a try. There are enough improvements where I would say you might like this one better if you didn't like the first one. So that is something to keep in mind. Alright, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you stuck around for it. And feel free to catch me every Wednesday through Saturday, starting at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I stream on Twitch live. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.
But it's something.